Y'all, I got a new cookbook. I'm so excited about this cookbook. This is more than a cookbook. This is more than a cookbook. I just got this cookbook. This Must Be the Place by Rachael Ray. Now, I have many of her cookbooks. I love Rachael Ray. I've been a super fan all of my adult life, basically. And this book is more than a cookbook. This book is a memoir as well as a memoir. It's a memoir. This book is a memoir that Rachael Ray has written about 2020 and what the pandemic was like from her perspective, and how it grounded her being at home with her husband recording videos just like I'm doing here. So this book chronicles that time. So it starts in March 2020, and she writes her experience, but then she includes recipes. And so I thought for this cookbook collab, each month I'm gonna take a recipe from that month from this Rachael Ray book. So today I'm gonna be doing a recipe that she did at home during the time that she had to stay at home. And it's from March 2020, and this is a Greek sheet pan chicken. And I'm really excited about it because I love sheet pan meals, and I've been wanting to try some Greek recipes. If you're interested in this book, I will leave the link down below. I've started reading it and I even teared up a few times. So this is a great cookbook. So let's get cooking this Greek sheet pan chicken meal. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to preheat my oven to 425, and then I'm going to take this little potato company bag of baby gold potatoes. I'm going to get those prepped on my sheet pan. The recipe calls for having the potatoes, and I think this is so that all the flavors that's going to be added can soak into the potato. So I'm just going to have all of these, and I'm going to wait for my oven to preheat, and then I'm going to be adding in the chicken. This video is in collaboration with Tamra over at Southern Wife Everyday Life. She is hosting this collaboration of cookbook recipes, and so I will have the playlist linked below, and I will also have Tamra's channel linked down below. If you haven't checked out Tamra's channel, you need to hop on over there and see what she shares. She shares great recipes, what's for dinners, as well as preparing a prepper pantry. So if that's something that interests you, head on over to Tamra's channel and check it out at the end of this video. After I have my potatoes halved, I am just cleaning up some bone-in chicken thighs. I am removing the skin. That's up to you, however you like it, but I am adding that on top of my potatoes. I'm also going to have 2 lemons. I'm going to squeeze the juice from one of the lemons on top of the chicken to begin with. I'm going to nestle that into the sheet pan, and then the other lemon I'm just going to tuck in there without juicing it yet, and I will juice it after it has roasted. So next I'm going to drizzle a little bit of extra virgin olive oil over the mixture. I'm going to add in some minced garlic. If you wanted to take this over the top, you could totally add some whole cloves of garlic and kind of slice off the end and roast that, and then kind of mash that over at the end. I don't know, that seems extra, but I'm just using the jarred minced garlic, and then I'm going to use some kosher salt and some coarse black pepper to season my chicken. The next seasoning called for dried oregano. I don't have that on hand, and so I'm just going to use this Italian seasoning that I have. I'm going to sprinkle that over the chicken and the potatoes, and then I'm going to add in some of these whole pepperoncinis. Now, the recipe said to add them after it's cooked. I just felt like I wanted to add a few to add some flavor while it's cooking. I mean, who am I? Rachael Ray's the expert. We'll see, but I decided to tuck a few in to add some flavor to this sheet pan meal. The last step was to take this container of feta cheese and just sprinkle it all over the dish. Like I said, earlier, I've not had a lot of experience cooking with Greek flavors, and I've not used feta cheese a lot, so I'm excited to see how this turns out. So I just sprinkled that over the top. I'm going to put this in my oven, and I'm going to let this bake for 45 minutes. I ended up having to cook this for an hour in my stove. You just do this until you feel like the chicken's done, 160 degrees internal temperature. This is what it looked like right out of the oven. I took the lemons and squeezed the rest of the lemon juice over everything, and then I was ready to plate up. And here is our finished plate. I took some of the roasted potatoes, piled those up on my plate, put the chicken thigh on the plate, added a fresh pepperoncini, and y'all, this was so delicious. So much flavor. I loved it. Y'all, that dish was amazing. You have got to try it. I've never been one to use a lot of Greek flavors with, like, especially the feta cheese and stuff, but it's delicious. And so I really am in love with this cookbook. Again, Rachael Ray, this must be the place. So thanks for watching this cookbook recipe video. If you're interested in the book, again, I'll have that link down below. If you have not checked out Tamara's channel, pop on over to Southern Wife Everyday Life. Tell her I sent you, give her a big thumbs up, and I will link the playlist for the cookbook collab down in the description box below. That's all for this time. I'll see ya. Bye.